It's time for another segment of Panda Pals! So ML8 is good for that late game when you get ready to do your combo. Don't do it the turn you're ready to do your combo. You want to do it like a turn or two prior to getting your combo ready. You play the ML8, and they'll start fucking dumping their hand because they don't want to lose that value. And especially if they're like, they know you're playing Curse Lock at that point later in the game, they'll start choking their hand, and you're like, yeah, okay. And goodbye.
Curse Lock is a dance. Like honestly, the thing I like the most about Curse Lock is that decisions matter on both sides. Your opponent playing the curses when they need to, you filling their hand at the most opportune time. Like the thing I like about Curse Lock is that it's kind of like what a combo deck should be in terms of like how the player gets to interact with the combo itself. You can dictate how much damage you take until, you know, the Tamsin high roll starts happening and you're doing what the deck is designed to do.
Yep.
You can't, you know, interact with a combo every single time to the point where you're not dying to it. That wouldn't generate a good deck.
But yeah, I would not call it. No, I was gonna say I would not call it a do nothing card. I think one ML8 is not a do nothing
card. Yeah. I mean, it's formatted to do nothing for that turn, but like other than that, you're setting up hopefully what'll be the winning play.
Right, because I mean, but that's why I also recommend not running more than one, because if you run two, you're 100% that's a do nothing card. The second one, because you're almost never going to have an instance where the second ML8 is worth it. And
the only time you would ever want to run two ML8s is if the card was meta and you need it faster versus just getting that 1 bit of value. Because with a Warlock, you're going to be drawing your cards very fast, right? So that's the main reason why, like, that's another reason you wouldn't run two copies, not just because you can't play two, but it comes down to, there have been plenty of times in Hearthstone where we just play cards we want to hit once, but we run two copies because the consistency is what's more important.
But you only need one ML8 for it to do what it's supposed to do its function. And the fact is, you draw so many cards, you don't want to sit on one. So honestly, it's and generally you're controlling the board, and your mana is being devoted to deck or to be board control. So you're not going to have a chance to use that ML8 till late game anyway. And in those turns, it's basically just, again, it's just a setup. It's a setup card. So I don't think it's a do nothing. I think it's absolutely a very valuable card in this deck to deal with. Like, okay, if you're dealing with aggro DH, fucking just play it whenever you want. He's never going to have a full hand. He's not going to have a full hand. He's not even going to bother trying to get Clark with a full hand here. Because he has to try to gun us down before we can actually deal with him. So ML8 versus this matchup would just be a, when you have 4 extra mana, you toss it down just to fuck with him. But honestly, yeah, I don't think it's that useful at that point. It's just, it's very useful in a situation where you're like, okay, I've got... okay. I don't know what I would have done there, but I probably tapped. Because he now can attack into that and do 2 damage to your face. I don't think it healed for enough to make it worth it.
Yeah, I was more so just trying to make room in my hand.
Yeah, it's fair.
I have these turn 6s, and like again, if I hit Tamsin, that's just the best turn 6.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And we want to make that the best play possible. But if we don't, we have Abyssal Wave. We have, in this case, Demonic Assault. In fact, Demonic Assault actually works really well here. Because now if he does have Twin Strike, like, he gets 3 damage that gets to sink to my face. That's fine, but he's not going to be able to hit me again.
I'm not running Demonic Assault. That's what I took out for the
Bly's is streaming this deck right now, and I just
I know.
Code.
That's
where I got it.
No. I don't dislike the Demonic Assault. I like the ML8 seemed to help me out more. It's the only reason I went with it.
Yeah. This is actually my very first game with this deck. I just saw it and was like, "Ooh, this looks interesting."
Yeah, this is why you said it looked very similar. This is the same deck. I just instead of I took out the Demonic Assault and put in I believe mine's Blights as well. It's just I modified. It's a tiny modification. Just adding in that the MLA. Just I ran into some opponents that were just like, I'm just gonna sit on my cards, and I'm like, they put like I was playing. What really tipped me off was I was playing as a Ramp Druid, and he played like an 8/8 creature. And I'm like, okay, well, yeah, I can remove that.
Oh, come on, go face.
But
go face.
He was only playing one big boy every turn.
He's gonna go face. Oh yes, let's go. Oh, he changed. Okay. Never mind. It's still fine. I can Za'qul into Zola, and this is where we just win the game from here. Because now all of these curses are gonna heal me.
What do you mean by Trickster when you say it's not good for Legends?
I think he's saying like there was someone that said earlier that MLA is very polarized, or like
Good Talk did, yeah.
I mean, there's also yeah, like it's not good in Legend because kind of like what you were saying, like it's on turn 4 it's really decent against like very specific decks, but unfortunately overall the card can just tend to be a dead card, and Warlock seems to be doing fine without it.
No, and I'm not. Yeah, I don't 100% disagree.
Oh my god!
Oh, his version. Yeah.
GG, it's over. Leave my game. Leave my game of Hearthstone. I'm sorry.
That's beautiful. At least gain 5 armor for 3 extra health and lose your board. That's good. Hey.
All right, maybe this is the deck that's gonna make me want to play Hearthstone. Maybe this is the deck.
This is what I've been having fun with it. This deck, I've been struggling with trying to find a deck that was fun, and this is it. I've enjoyed the hell out of this. I do also like scamming out a little bit with Big Spell Mage. It's fun. It is, but this feels more consistent than Big Spell Mage.
Yeah, I need a deck where I feel like my choices actually matter, because there are other times where I just want to play cards and the cards do the thing. But like I'm actively trying to like win games with like my decisions being the reason why I'm winning the games. So like, for example, Big Spell Mage, I'm fine with that being a deck. Like, I don't want people to misconstrue what I'm saying as in I hate randomness and I only want my type of decks to be good. But if I want to play a deck where I want to think, and I don't want something to the extent of Boar Priest, I want something that's nicely in the middle of not necessarily doing nothing, but I'm also making conscious decisions.
Okay, so
like, case in point, my decision of keeping Za'qul, or like getting the extra copy of Za'qul, is going to be one of the reasons that I'm going to win this game, because I gave that extra thought to it. Yep.
And that was a nice Jace, but when I say nice Jace, it removed your board before it even played the predation. It was actually nice in that regard.
Wow.
But it wasn't enough. It's not enough. I think you win.
Let's see. He could play Kurt, and Kurt would be a little bit Monka. Oh wait, hold
no,
on.
You've got Entitled in hand.
Well, like he'd be able to deal damage, though, is my point.
Oh, sure.
Okay, so the curse dealt how much?
Why did he play Sethi first?
Because he wanted to get the honorable kill.
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so that curse.
That's his resources right there. If you can bread baker into a title. Oh yeah, I would have bread baker first, right?
Yeah, I guess here it technically doesn't matter because there's no one single card that could win the game for him. But yeah, right. I guess technically, like, just being able to give him less to work with.
And it kills. It would have made it where he couldn't attack it. Plus, you got 1 extra health that way.
Yeah, the health is a little bit less relevant. I was more so just thinking, like, whenever I play Hearthstone, I value the board more than almost anything.
Sure.
And yeah, that was just me not thinking fast enough about my.
Also, you're talking to me, which makes it a little more difficult. But yeah, no, that was good. Now, Magic Clark is actually fantastic in his stream. He is very chat interactive, which you don't see at a lot of the higher ranked players. They're not as capable of having conversations. Now, it is funny, Clark, because he's such an intense player, he still tries to maintain his chat. It's funny because he'll misinterpret what you said because he reads it fast, and it's so funny because like he'll like sometimes I'll say something to him and he'll respond, and I'm like, that is absolutely not what I said. Respond again.
I'd be fine with taking a look at your Warlock Trickster, by the way.
I put it into you in the Discord chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can take a look at it whenever you feel like it.
So many Demon Hunters. Yeah, there's a lot of Demon Hunters, but that's because Demon Hunter is just very consistent.
Just blame
Draco. I hate to say it, but especially at like this rank in Legend, you're gonna be finding a lot of bandwagoners. A lot of people that just want to mimic other people's success, which isn't a bad thing. You got to play the decks that win.
Blame Draco. When you guys hit
when you guys hit Draco.
Hashtag blame Draco. Hashtag. That's it. I'm making that as a Twitter post. Again, seriously, if you guys encounter, if you lose to a Demon Hunter on ladder, you should post on Twitter hashtag blame Draco.
Yeah, it looks like he's in chat too. Yo, Draco, I'm blaming you for any Demon Hunter losses I receive in the future. It's all your fault.
I've told him that. I've actually told him in the past. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like every time I encounter it, it's 100% hashtag blame Draco. But that is new. We're gonna make that a thing, guys. We're making that thing on Twitter. Anytime you lose to a Demon Hunter, you should Twitter post this.
Well, this will stop him from doing too much to me. Wait, what are we posting?
I said anytime you lose it to a demon hunter, you should Twitter post this. Hashtag blame Draco.
I mean, I can't think of any other demon hunter experts, so like I would love to blame other people.
It's him and Quantum. Those are the two guys. Yo, guys, this is nonsense. It's 100% true, Draco. It's all your fault, sir.
Imagine playing multi-strike here when I have demonic assault in my hand. Ooh, baby.
Baby, Draco, I gotta tell you something, man. I gotta tell you something. This is the unfortunate thing about being the demon hunter expert. The #1 demon hunter expert is it's your fault. It's always your fault.
Don't tell me he has the other weapon.
When Demon Hunter is good for you, it's Draco's fault. When Demon Hunter is bad for you, it's Draco's fault. So anytime you lose a Demon Hunter, you should Twitter post this. Hashtag blame Draco.
Here's my question. Draco, why haven't you made Big Demon Hunter good yet?
Yeah,
I saw Mad Thanos post a Big Demon Hunter list. And I was very sad that I didn't see it from you. What happened there?
I know, dude. You're like letting us slack, dude. Seriously, you're resting on your laurels, man. You're playing the good Demon Hunter list. And you're like, nope, you can't do any more.
Resting on his brand.
On his brand, dude. Seriously,
my brand. Oh, wait a minute. Sacrifice? That actually seems really good in this matchup.
He says, laugh by myself. I was enjoying people queuing that deck into my good Demon Hunter deck.
Yeah, that seems about right. I played one game of that and realized this is not. I realized very quickly that Big Demon Hunter is just not the way. This is the second Z-Lag on 6! Dude, come on!
Hashtag blame Draco!
The amount of times that this happens is unreal. It's a good thing that I actually have a way to deal with this. Wait, hold on a minute. How exactly do I want to do this? Because I can remove with okay, no, this is what we do. We waste the Tamsin. We use this here. We have another one of these when we need it. We'll go ahead and sacrifice the Tamsin because these things need to die. I'm really happy that I chose this AoE. But yeah, I don't think there's any reason to play the 0 mana card yet.
If you didn't do that, you were just dead, I think. So
yeah, that's the second time in a row this has happened now. Once with coin and once with the sigil high roll. 15 cards turn 7 as well. This is oh my god. Like, I should just be playing Holy Paladin in order to beat this stuff, but I don't have the patience to only play Holy Paladin for the rest of this expansion. See, I've got Bran into Cultist into Drag Below, and if I hit Za'qul, then I can also do that similar play and get lifesteal with that. But I'm also at 26, so I don't have to worry too much.
We made Big DH good at the end of Barons. I don't know if that's ever going to happen again this lifetime. That's what Draco said.
It's amazing that we got a card like Sigil of Awakening, and it still doesn't put Demon Hunter in any playable...
I know, Big Demon Hunter, I know. It's so sad.
Wait, how much damage is this?
Basically, yeah, Trickster, if you play Hearthstone at all, it's hashtag blame Draco. It's basically about right. That's about right.
Okay, so I've got 3, 4, 5. I'm not trying to key to him that I have the other cultists. But yeah, it looks like he actually has a turn to just play out these curses. I need some AoE. Title customer. Abyssal Wave would actually just, I think, in the game. Because we put them, what, 4? Yeah, we get a 4, and then we get a 5 and a 6 as the next one. So we need about 4 more curses to win this game.
He said it
Hampton also just does it.
He said that, honestly, he says it probably would have been decent if Pit Commander was in the game still and Karya wasn't nerfed. To be fair, yeah, the nerfing of Karya does really impact Big Demon Hunter.
Yeah, I was just about to say the same thing.
And Karya really wasn't, there was no need to nerf her, honestly, in my opinion.
it just goes to show that we're either getting insane amounts of big Demon Hunter support in the next expansion, or we're never getting a good big Demon Hunter archetype, because if they nerfed Carrier, like you just said, that was the main reason to play that archetype for so long.
Yep.
But now Carrier just has, Shelag in order to just scan games on turn 5.
Yep. Because even Inquisitor's not even that great.
Yeah.
I mean, turn 6 Inquisitor, don't get me wrong, a turn 6 Inquisitor is a nice thing, but it just doesn't hold up in the meta.
That card doesn't scare people like it used to.
Nope.
And that says a lot.
Green Crush was disgusting. It's not so disgusting anymore. So if we get a bunch of Demon Hunter support, big Demon Hunter support, and it's all ass, I'm gonna be pissed. That's what Draco said.
Let's see, I'm trying to think of like a really bad Demon Hunter card in order to trigger a Draco. Where it's like honorable kill, draw a big demon or something. I don't know.
A demon that costs
Demon
more
Hunter
than 5.
These weapons that support their archetypes, like the Death Rattle draw weapon, Dreadglaive, Adrachi Warblades, the Soul Fragment card. So all of this could work out. Death Rattle draw big demon. I think that'd be a good card. What do you guys think?
Abyssal Wave would be great here. Za'qul.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride that. I'm gonna ride that of Abyssal Wave all night long.
That's a good turn. That was a really good turn, because that the Herald turn here is kind of disgusting. But laugh about my Draco. Laugh my ass off. An 8-mana weapon that summons a random demon from your deck. Yeah, 8 mana. Yeah, I can totally see that happening. Actually, I can totally see it happening.
5-2 weapon.
But it has to be an honorable kill weapon, because it's just really gotta like irk you.
For 8 mana, now
8 mana,
7
and
mana.
honorable kill them. And it pulls and it scams out like a Xylag for 7 mana.
Okay, so his curses at 4 and 5, I think, if I remember correctly.
We have a
4
very
and 5.
They're such a very attentive puppy. You have a very attentive puppy.
Oh, yeah, she. Yeah, Xena is waiting for me to get off the computer. She probably wants to go outside and play stick.
Wait, no. Oh, sorry, Draco. Wait, it's a 2 durability weapon with Death Rattle, summon a random demon. Yeah, I can see that.
Wait, no, random demon with Death Rattle. There we go. Now we're talking big news. Big turns. That doesn't kill him, right?
No.
Yeah. He has to play that curse, otherwise I will just kill him with the Abyssal Wave.
Yep.
But at this point, top deck dragged below is lethal. Whoa, hold on.
That doesn't kill you. That doesn't kill you.
Yeah, but if I can't kill him in the next turn, am I gonna die because of this? Is the question.
That's possible, but this doesn't kill you.
The minions are eating up the damage, which is good. Predation could miss. Oh yeah, he's also gonna be taking fatigue now.
Yep.
Okay, predation missed.
So your curse is what's curse up to right now? 5?
7?
So yeah, it'll be at 7.
7.
So he dies this next turn. Because
Perfect.
You curse him, and then he fatigues.
We'll act like we top decked it.
That's it. That's all she wrote.
Pretty sure that's at 7. Yep. Okay, cool.
Yep, and that fatigues.
Alright, well, there was one Demon Hunter we beat on turn 6. Oh, I'm sorry, there was one Demon Hunter we beat with the Shelag on turn 6, and one Demon Hunter that we lost to with Shelag on turn 6. So therefore, Shelag on turn 6 is actually balanced.
Yeah!
With this 2-game cycle sample size that we have. Alright, well, I think I found the deck that actually makes me happy to play this game. Just so I can say this and someone can hear it.
Yep.
I would suggest cutting the Mithril Rods, the Siphon Soul, the Twisting Nether, and the Grave Defiler. Curse of Agonies, I don't think need to be run, but I understand some people wanting to run them for fun reasons, so you can go ahead and keep that. But I would add another copy of Demonic Assault. After playing 2 games with it, I'm actually kind of sold on the card. I would add another copy of Spice Bread Baker for sure. And this deck does not run Mistress of Mixtures. You absolutely
Mistress of
want that
Mixtures,
card
yes.
not only is it good, in the early game as a 2/2, but Warlock right now needs all the healing that it can get, and 8 healing can go a big distance against decks like Demon Hunter, especially when you have like Za'qul combos that can give you even more healing. So those would be my big suggestions. The deck that I played earlier is probably one of the best versions to be playing. I take Blyze's opinion on good meta decks very seriously because the dude is cracked. But those would be my suggestions.
Yeah, no, Abyssal, Misters and Mixtures is absolutely, and especially any kind of, Warlock right now has no problem dishing out damage. The problem is it does damage to itself. Your biggest resource for Warlock is your own health. So making sure, like always, when you go for mulligans, Misters and Mixtures is always there. Dreadlich Tamsin should be considered as a mulligan, especially against getting an aggro matchup, because at turn 6 you can play it to basically wipe out most boards that are currently being played. Especially with like, aggro or with Face Hunter or like Demon Hunter. It's just very, very good. Plus also gives you extra health. Plus it also turns your hero power no longer burning your health. And that's a huge deal. Huge deal. So guys, that's your biggest 2 things. I honestly, if I can any kind of push you that direction. Now also again on mulligan guys, if you guys want to think about this, whenever you guys are dealing with an aggro build or aggro decks, if you're looking at Hunter, if you're looking at Demon Hunter as your opponent, any of those, making sure to hang on to Drain Souls, hang on to your Touch of the Nazarims. Anything like that is going to probably help you stabilize and stay alive. So those are really huge ones to hang on to. Dreadlich Tamsin, Misters and Mixtures, against aggro, Drain Soul, Touch of the Nazarim. Anything else you recommend?
Blademaster Okani could be put into this deck. It's in the Blyze list. I'm just looking at the list right now to see if there's anything else I forgot about. And it's not that common in Warlock in particular. But Blademaster Okani is just such a powerful legendary to disrupt your opponent. And people have been wanting disruption in Hearthstone for quite some time, more than just like dirty rats and like random stuff like that. Like Blademaster Okani is a very diligent, very meaningful form of disruption that I feel like every deck can just benefit right now, especially in this meta where when you are already 1 turn ahead of somebody, you play Okani and it's almost a death sentence.
Yeah, and I'm honest with you. I honestly, personally think that actually you could possibly even. I don't know if he has Gigafin in his deck. I don't remember or not. I'm not as big a fan of Gigafin.
Was in the deck, and I think Gigafin is fine. It's just very dependent on the meta game that you're facing. If you're fighting mostly aggro, Gigafin is not going to help.
Right. I mean, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of Gigafin overall. I actually try to find a way to get it out and figure out what I put in relation to it and in replacement for it. Because honestly, it's great for dealing with big boards, like really big boards, but Ramp Druid is not that prevalent and honestly anymore. So I don't.
That's another reason why Immolate is like. If you want my personal opinion, do you run Immolate? Yes or no? No. If you're fighting at like the diamond ranks or something, it probably is going to perform better. But with every win that you get, you're going to be fighting more opponents that know how to play around very specific cards. And unfortunately, Immolate isn't a card like Glide where you play it and it does something very specific to where it disrupts your opponent. It's a card very similar to... I actually can't think of anything else that like takes 3 turns to trigger, but like it takes a while for its effect to happen. And in higher legend, the more options you give your opponent, the more likely the card is going to be bad, and that just gives your opponent way too many options while you're not committing anything. So
Trick, you're saying you got to cut one of the cards, Immolate or Giga, and I'll be honest with you, it really depends on what you're facing. I would say it depends on what you're facing. If you're facing a lot of opponents who are in my rank at D4, D3, that area, you're basically going to have a lot of people who are basically think that the optimum thing is just to hold your hand full, because that was the early answer to the Abyssal Curse decks. It's really not the answer anymore. It's great if you have the opportunity, if you're playing like Big Ramp Druid or something, sure. But honestly, it's in general, it's not going to help you out. You're going to need to play cards to beat your opponent. And sure, that does stop Curse Lock to a certain extent. That's when Immolate comes in as someone who's basically going to hold cards. So unless you're facing opponents who are holding cards, Immolate is not as good. Otherwise, Gigafin is probably better, but I mentioned in my last video, the video content for my Curse Lock that I did yesterday, something is a possibility is if you can scam out from your school teacher a Noggling that has the sacrifice, the Grimoire of Sacrifice. You can take the Grimoire of Sacrifice, and when you play Gigafin, you can go ahead and just play the Grimoire of Sacrifice and get rid of that problem. Just get rid of the taunt immediately. Then that's a true board clear. But honestly, it really depends on where you're at. In my meta, I don't really feel like the Gigafin is all that bloody amazing. It's not a bad card. Actually, here's the thing. Immolate and Gigafin are neither bad cards. They're not bad cards. I just don't think you got to really judge your meta. He keeps cutting out. You got to judge your meta as to which card is more viable. At the higher legends, Immolate's not going to help you. At the lower ranks and bronzes, you're probably Immolate's not even necessary. So Gigafin's better. I'm just not like, for me, I'm hitting people who are holding cards. So as soon as I hit legend, I probably would dump Immolate from my deck. But it really depends. You gotta play it around your meta. Honestly, you could probably yank the Immolate and like in my deck here, in this deck here, I could probably dump Gigafin and Immolate and run the Demonic Assault, and it's probably better. Just having the 3 damage to remove something, because again, 3 damage is a good threshold. But also it puts down 1/3 taunts, which basically gives you a nice little like defensive thing, a little buffer. But I just don't, in my meta right now, Gigafin is less useful, Immolate's more useful. But it just kind of you got to play it by ear. And that's something, learning to be a good player is something you got to actually kind of sit around and think about, what am I actually facing? Because you have to tech for your meta, not tech for every potential deck. It's the decks that you're facing. I hope that helps. I hope that makes sense. Hey guys, Clark's been having some internet things. I don't know if he's gonna be back, so let me just go ahead and say that was Clark HELLSCREAM. Check him out. He's a fantastic streamer. We had some great views today, guys. You guys, my chat is fucking fantastic. You guys are amazing. And look forward to some more duo content. I'm trying to line up something with I Am and Shane, which we're gonna be doing some BGs. We're gonna run something with Draco coming soon. Hopefully it'll be on. We think it's gonna be on a weekend. But we're gonna do a duo stream with Draco. Of course, Draco will be teaching us something for Demon Hunter. Probably like teaching us how to scam out some awesome Xylaxes on 6. But anyways, guys, thank you so much. I'm the Panda Man. And yeah, please come back, check us out some more of our streams. By the way, I'm gonna go and put the deck code below for Curselock. I believe I can get the code that he was using. I'll put it in the description below. Look for it there. Otherwise, yeah, I hope you guys have a great time on ladder. And remember to stay positive. And guys, I'll see you soon.